And welcome to a brand new episode here on Carmland's Farm. So as you can see, the wheat is finally ready and we are harvesting. And then once we get this done, we'll get it baled, and then we will get it ploughed, and then we will get it destoned and then drilled. But we've got a busy day ahead of us today. We've got this wheat field to harvest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 breeds around the outside. I'm then going to set course play to do on 2 breeds, and then once course play is on 2 breeds, obviously it will then make sure that it doesn't miss any on the corners. So that's the reason why I do why I do that. So for example, with course play doing it, and it's a fairly square field, 3 breeds around the outside. If I was combining the whole field, I would do 4 breeds around the outside and then turn on the between the second and third row. But with course play doing it, because course play is quite accurate at doing it, I can do 3 breeds around the outside and then tell course play to do 2 breeds around the outside, so 2 breeds on the headland, and then all that does then is make sure that course play doesn't miss anything when going in and out of the field at each end, because it'll actually put the header down a row early and lift it up a row late. So that way, as I say, it just eliminates missing any on the ends. I found that's the best way to do it, because if you sort of get course play to do a whole field, course play does miss a heck of a lot in the corners of the field, especially, but also as well on the ins and outs as well. It will miss quite a bit of crop as well. So, and that's per breed, and whilst it doesn't look much, it is obviously mounts up over a number of fields, and then you've got a situation where you're losing quite a lot of grain and quite a lot of money. So that's why I do it that way. But yeah, so we've also today got some grass to cut and bale, and we're going to sell them because I want to get the rest of the factory, well, not the rest, but some more of the factories in, and I also want to get those grass fields, the other side of the river. I want to start getting them turned over to arable. We need more arable land. This is staying grass. The one, let me think where I am. So this is staying grass to the left. To the right, which is the wheat field, and then that field beyond, they're staying arable. And then moving the other side of the river, everything the other side of the river will be arable. Eventually these fields will get turned back to grass if we don't build on them, but there is a small possibility that we could extend out here if we wanted to. So yeah, that's the plan, if you like. But I want to get them turned over, and the best way to do it, we've got a heck of a lot of silage in storage at the moment. We really don't need any more. So we get it sold, we get the money. We should get quite a bit of money for that, and then once we get them sold, let's say, we can then start getting them ploughed over and stone picked and then drilled. So it'll all be drilled together then, and then that way we won't sort of end up then with every episode there being a combining episode with a drilling and ploughing it. So it will try and uniform it all a little bit better if we can, and it will just make things a lot easier, because as I say, at the moment the last, I think, 4 to 6 episodes have just been combining. We've been combining in every episode, probably the last 4 episodes or so. As I say, we've just been combining, and that's that's fine, because we do other stuff as well. But I don't want it to work out like that. So I would like to eventually get so that we have sort of an episode, maybe 2 episodes of combining where we do all of the combining, then we do all of our field work, a bit like if we were using seasons really. I am half tempted to put seasons in. I know it's not part of the rules, but the vast majority of people that were doing the 200 horsepower challenge, from what I can tell from, because I was watching their videos to see, how we were sort of doing it differently, and a lot of them seem to have stopped uploading the videos now. So it's although I won't be changing from 200 horsepower machinery, I mean this combine is less than 200 horsepower. I think it's either 198 or it's exactly 200 horsepower, this combine. We won't be moving away from that, but I might just put seasons in just because it will give us more of a uniform structure to the videos. But anyway, that's to be decided, sort of, not now, because as I say, we are very busy. But we'll get these 3 headlands done, and then we'll let the course play get on with the combining and get that finished. And then, as I say, hopefully by then we should be quite a way through the grass. Big, massive advantage now that we can cut and row the grass at the same time. It saves me so much time having to go back over the fields again with a rake or a wind row and rowing them up. The fact that I can now do it with the mower is fantastic. As I say, it saves a huge amount of time, and that's something I'm very much in favour of even, because it gives us a chance to do other things then in an episode rather than it just being all grass. 2 steps, well 3 steps now: cut, bale, and then remove the bales, and we're done. Whereas before it was cut, windrow, bale, then remove the bales. And the good thing as well with the bale setup that we've got, we can actually put the auto stacker on the back of the baler, so we can be baling and collecting at the same time, and then that obviously then makes it a 2-step process and speeds us up even more. So very pleased with our baling setup. I'm very pleased that we can't do it in one pass, although we could, I suppose, if we had Follow Me on, but so we can't quite do it in the one pass, but we're not far off being able to do it as quick as we possibly can, which is fantastic. So yeah, that's the goal, that's the aim, that's the plan. Best laid plans and all of that, but that's where I'm at. Just quickly, don't like talking about other series on a particular series, so with I apologise again if you can hear the RAF out. Again, the bombing range is very busy. We've got some that are hitting the bombing range and some that are dogfighting, and I've also seen 3 Chinooks and what looked like, I don't know whether they were or not, but I'm not as up on my helicopters as I am on my aeroplanes, but I've seen 3 Chinooks and 2 what look like Apache helicopters. So whether something is afoot, I have no idea, but for the last 4 or 5 days it's been intense. We get probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours break, and then they're at it again. And it's the American and British Air Forces that are out hitting the bombing range and dogfighting overhead. Because we're sort of wide open countryside here, it means that they're free to sort of do as they wish. So yeah, but anyway, what I was going to say was what I was going to actually talk about before the RAF decided that they wanted to be in another video of mine, and it's just too hot and muggy for me to have the window closed. so I've got to have the window open to get some lovely breeze, because there is a little bit of a breeze out at the moment. So we need to get that in the room because it's very, very hot in here. But yeah, so all I was going to say was I don't like talking about other series that I'm doing, but I did want to just mention, I really hope that everyone enjoyed yesterday's video on Homeworld Farm, the Farm Manager series. I'm really excited. I'm hoping it's going to work well. I'm hoping it's going to become popular, and that it can be sort of a really good series, because I think the idea to it. Oh, look at that! Look. I talk about courseplay missing on the corners, and I've missed some on the corners. Darn it! Yeah, so I really hope that everyone did enjoy it, and either in the comment of this video, just leave comments of whether you did enjoy it or not, or even go to, if you haven't seen it already, go to the video that's called the Farm Manager, and leave your comments there. As I say, hopefully it's going to be a very interesting playthrough. Whether I can pull off what I've got in my head is another thing, because I'm still getting used to this YouTube malarkey, and slowly but surely I think I'm getting there. But yeah, I am still getting to grips with it, and as I say, I would have liked to have been in a position where I would have been able to have used voices for the different characters within the story, but unfortunately I don't know how to do that. That's not strictly true. I think I figured out how to do it. The voices just sound too robotic, and I think it will detract from the immersion. I would rather have no voices than having sort of kind of computer generated voices where they don't sound quite so good. So yeah, that's why I've kind of steered away from adding them in. But if things change in the future, I've got loads and loads and loads of other ideas and different things that I'd like to do. So there's no reason why in the future that can't be something that gets brought in. So we'll wait and see. But as I say, hopefully everyone enjoyed it, and it's going to be a great success. So we're definitely getting a very good yield of wheat off this field, which is fantastic news, because all the wheat that we grow goes to feeding our chickens, and our chickens eat an awful lot of wheat. They go through it like you wouldn't believe. So we need an awful amount of wheat, and we're getting it, thank goodness. Hopefully, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, after what I discovered in the last episode, I think it was, where Courseplay, when it runs the tractors and trailers, will also go and tip, which is fantastic news. So I'm going to try and set that up. I'm going to try and get that so that that's working, so that he will go and tip the trailer, which means I don't have to get involved at all. That would be brilliant, and I can then get on with getting the grass done, getting it cleared, and then we can get on with ploughing. I don't know whether I'll do all of the ploughing on camera, just because I have done quite a lot of it over the last few episodes, but it is the nature of the save, unfortunately. Because when you do a sort of a challenge like this, where you literally start with nothing, you start with no money, you're limited to what you can and can't do because of the horsepower requirements or limitations. Unfortunately, for a long time, and I sort of predicted it, I think, in the first episode or two, that for a long time we're just going to be setting this up. But we are getting there now. We've got a couple of factories. We've got chickens now that are on the run. We've got cows that are now producing milk. We've got pigs that are fattening. We've got beef cattle that are fattening. you know, we are getting there, and we're getting to the point where we should start to be not only self-sufficient but also earn an absolute bucket ton of cash, and a bucket load of cash even, and that would be fantastic. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to some time lapse, because otherwise the video is going to be like, you know, sort of 2 hours long, and I'm not sure that you people want to listen to me going on for 2 hours, so I'm going to switch over to a bit of time lapse, and we'll get these fields done, and then we will meet in the bar and call it a draw. Is that alright with you? A nice refreshing drink. So we'll get this in the corner here. So I again discovered another little trick as well with courseplay. So you do courseplay the usual way. So, and I'm leaving this in just because someone asked me to do a tutorial on courseplay, and I think with all the tutorials that are on YouTube, I don't think I'll be teaching you anything new. But for the person or two people or however many it was that requested it, so this is how you do it. You come into your steering wheel, you make sure that you've got courseplay field work selected up there, and then most people I've seen then select this one, I think it is, put it in the middle of the field, but I don't. So what I do is select get courseplay up. It automatically recognizes the field, so I don't think there's any need for that, and then just come into here and then set it up. So number of headlands 3, so we'll change that down to 2. There's only one combine. We want it to start on the headlands. We want sharp turning so that it doesn't miss any, and then we want it on lands, and all that lands does is it just makes sure that the auger continually stays in the cut areas of the field, so that there's no driving in the crop for either the combine or the tractor and trailer. Once you've done that and set that up, 6 is fine. You go to generate field, it generates a course. You then come out just by pressing escape, and then what you do is you do this. This is the tip that I've used. So normally I would have been going first waypoint and just let it go twice around the outside, doing nothing, but I've since realised there is a slightly quicker way you can do this. So if you go put this on nearest waypoint, and then because we know it starts in this corner, so we know this is where it's going to end on that second breed. So if you now do this, so it'll wait, put the auger in, and then it will get to the end here and then automatically start doing the lands, and then as I say, just very quickly we'll go over to the tractor and trailer, and we will I will try and show you, because I'm still learning this, so I'll try and show you this, how we do this, and as I say, hopefully he should also then be able to find the tip point and empty the trailer too. So on here we have to I think it's that one, and we should just be able to click that, and then he should go and empty. That should just move him on to the next one as far as I know. So he may just be, yeah, he's calculating a path at the moment, and then he should now go and empty that, because that's at 81%. What we need to do is we now need to get over to the grain dryer as quickly as we can. So the combine's now doing its lands, so that saved us a lot of time by just setting it towards the end of its second breed round, but we now need to get as quickly as we can over to here, because I need to move the elevator. Once I've moved the elevator, then the tractor and trailer should be able to get to the tip point really easily. I've moved the baler over there. So another thing you want to do as well is just sort of kind of set it up, see where the tractor and trailer wants to run, and then just make sure you clean all machinery out of the path. Now courseplay is going to run that tractor and trailer down the middle of its courses, so just make sure everything's pulled well over to the sides. I mean, that might be in the way For when it comes back, it might not be, I don't know, but we'll be able to move that if it is. And then, as I say, you just get into here, and then we'll just move this out of the way. We'll put this down here because we definitely know courseplay isn't going to be going down this side of the grain bins, and hopefully, if I've done it correctly, courseplay should empty that trailer. Right, we can leave that there, that's fine. And then we run back this way. Yeah, here he comes. So it was the right one. So he'll come now, and he'll come down here. As you can see, he does the center. The collision detection on there is actually really good, but that elevator auger would have, I think, been in the way. So he'll go up there, and then he'll swing in, and then he will run over the grid, and then the silo trap. I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember its name, but run over there, and then he'll just empty the trailer of wheat into there, and then go back to the field, and then unload the combine. As far as I can tell, you could have multiple tractors and trailers that are able to do that course. As far as I can tell, I see no reason why you wouldn't be able to do that, but that's how you set up the courseplay to do the field and then to do the unloading. Now, whether that would do that from a long way away and still be able to find its way back, I don't know. I've not tested that. As I say, I literally in the last episode realised that you could tell the tractor and trailer driver where to go tip the corn, which was amazing. And as I say, I've been practicing with that, and that's as pretty much got it now so that it does do it. And as for the field work on courseplay, I've been able to do that now for a while, because that is bloody awesome how that does that. And I'm excited but dubious about Giants' efforts with their AI workers and how that's going to work in terms of like being as good as courseplay, because courseplay is absolutely fantastic for field work. That I don't think you're going to be able to beat it unless Giants take courseplay and build it into the main game. From the beginning. It's just whether he goes over to that field over there, because for some reason he does like to do that. He does like to go to this little field up here and sit outside there. I have no idea why he does that, but he does do that. And that looks to me like what he's going to do again. I have no idea why he does this. So, me saying I've set it up, but for whatever reason, he'll get right down here, and then he'll just pull in like this, and then stop. No, he's now going across the field, so let's just see whether or not he does actually get to the combine, or it looks as if he might be going toward, yeah, he is going towards the combine. He's just, or is he? No, he's decided that he doesn't like the combine. Oh, he's going to stop there. Yeah, that's a really good, sensible place to stop, mate. Gotta be honest. So what we do, we come into here, we stop that, and then, is it that one? No, so that one, and then that one, and then the combine is in that field. So if we do that one, it recognises that as two fields. So I haven't quite got the border in the right place, that's why. Although having said that, the combine recognised it as its separate field. So let's just try that down. Yeah, there you go. There we go. And then just start job, and he should now figure that out. Yeah. So he's going to figure that out now and go to that combine. So that should be working. Anyway, I'm now going to switch over to some time lapse because it's been a little bit too long chatting away, and I will see you at the end of the video. Bye for now. And I'm back. So, that's the baling of the grass complete. The grass field to my right, I'm going to buy. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that off camera. I'm not going to do that on camera. But I'm going to do that one as well. Probably the one as well, just the other side of the road to that one as well. As I say, I really want to get the land purchased now. And then we can get those bales sold. We don't need to keep them. We've got more than enough silage bales in storage for the cows at the moment. And as I say, I want to get loads and loads of arable fields, and then we can really get growing, and we can really get set on what we want to achieve on this farm. So it's been a long day, as you can tell. It's late at night, and I think it's time to park the tractor up and go and have a well-earned cup of tea. And tomorrow, as I say, we'll go around, we'll collect the bales up, and we'll also get on with some mulching and some ploughing and stuff like that. But it has been, as I say, a very eventful day. I just wonder what time actually it is. It is 20 to 8. So yeah, as I say, we've done good today, and we put the last bit of grain in the chickens as well. And we've got a little bit chicken. So had a bit of a disaster. So I've sold the eggs and the textile, the fabric that we made. And when I got to the sell point, I didn't realise until the second I pressed the button, and then I realised what I'd done, that I was on the wrong sell point marker. And basically what that means is that so essentially I've gone into the sell point trigger. I'll try and demonstrate it with this building. So I've gone into the trigger here. So let's just say this circle here is the trigger. So I've gone in, I've stopped my trailer, and I've gone to unload the trailer, and I've unloaded it to the left. As soon as I've unloaded it to the left, I realised I was in the wrong trigger and I needed to be in the one next door, not the one that I was in. So it's emptied all of my pallets inside the building. Anyone got any suggestions on how I can get my pallets of eggs and fabric out of the building? Because obviously the building's got collisions. I can't go into the building to get my my pallets, and Courseplay did this, unfortunately. When it came to empty the canola into there, it unfortunately drove through my pallets. So yeah, it's made a lovely mess. But yeah, so as I say, it's the building has swallowed my pallets, and I don't know how to get it back. But that's going to be it for this episode, because it has gone on a little way now. So all that's left for me to say really is, if you haven't done already, please like, comment and subscribe. It really does help the channel. Don't forget to share the channel as well, wherever it is that you share share your videos and your content. And I would just like to offer my my sincerest thanks in watching this video and joining me on this episode. I've really enjoyed having your company, and I hope you'll join me for the next one. Bye for now.